Well, that was Ireland's biggest margin of victory in a competitive game in 6 years, Damien. A big win for those players. Probably a bigger win, though, for Stephen Kenny. Finally, the monkey off his back. It takes a lot of pressure off him.
Absolutely, he needed it. You know, I said before the game that it was must-win for him and he needed to treat it as such. And I think the way he approached the game, it wasn't probably as aesthetically pleasing as what they've tried to be over the first part of his reign. I mean, they had 64% possession, which means they dominated, they had lots of effort on goal. Now, we played a certain way where we created an enormous amount of chances for ourselves just by being direct. And you could see it from the first minute, the rolling out to Shane Duffy from Bazunu, then back to Bazunu, then into the midfield. All that stuff was dispensed with. We got it forward an awful lot earlier. And we played some good football in their defensive third or their half, definitely. So, look, it's a pleasing night, it's a good night. I'm pleased for him, I'm delighted for him and the staff and the players because it's a huge relief to get your first competitive win.
Brian, over the last year or so, there's been a lot of talk about performances. Performances have been good. Results haven't necessarily matched that. I think now there was a feeling that the results really needed to start to come to match the good performances we've been getting. Finally, that has happened here tonight.
Yeah, but I think sometimes the standard of the performances has been exaggerated by people around the team in statements. Watching the games, it wasn't always as good as we were told it was. But tonight was certainly a good performance, and I think the fact that what Damien said in terms of possession, that we only had 36% of possession and we won the game 3-0, that can often be the way in international football if you set your team up right with the right players on the pitch for the job that's required on the night. And that's what we got tonight. We had to defend well at times. Shane Duffy was exceptional at times. The goalkeeper, Bazunu, had to make some great saves too. But that's what you expect away in international football. You can't always be dominant in games. You can't always control all areas of the pitch. And you also have to play to your strengths. And sometimes our strengths are not always about building up the play and building up the back and wanting our team to do that consistently and invite the opposition to set traps for us, as we saw with the likes of Bulgaria and Finland early on in this process. Tonight we saw, as Damien pointed out, much more sensible football. And when the press came, we played over the press, using the accuracy of the goalkeeper's distribution and made chances from that. Good energy in the front positions.